Hello, and welcome to my mid-project crisis. In this project, I was aiming to analyze historic star market weekly ad data in order to help me make more optimal grocery shopping decisions. At the moment, the more specific goal of the project is to predict the next weeks when ground beef or boneless chicken breast will be on sale. I'm focusing on these items because those are the only ones I'm personally interested in buying. Also, a lot of the coupons for non-meat items, a lot of the times won't be reported on the weekly ads. So, yeah, that's why I'm mainly focusing on meat items. So, moving on to what I've done so far is I've manually been extracting data from various online archives on various websites of images of Star Market's weekly ads. In total, I have a little over a year and a half's worth of data in terms of consecutive weekly ads. I felt that the contiguous nature of the data set was important, so once I could no longer extract consecutive data, then I stopped. The data entries take the form of week, name, category, regular price, and sale price. For instance, October 18th, 2024, ground beef, meat, $4.99 and $3.47. Initially, I was collecting a lot of data for non-meat categories, but I eventually dropped this because I felt that the information was too inconsistent on those. Also, part of my original vision was to try and see if I could capture complex and unexpected relationships, such as maybe if one week cabbage goes on sale, then the next week ground beef tends to go on sale. But I decided that without enough volume of data, I just wouldn't be able to meaningfully capture these relationships if they did exist. And so for now, I'm just focusing on meat items. And so in terms of data cleaning, I decided to drop everything besides week and item name because I didn't think that the pricing trends seemed very interesting or useful. To make things simpler, at the moment, I've decided to just make a model focused on a single individual item. So for instance, the data for a given item has a row for each unique week, a Boolean column indicating whether or not that week had a sale for that particular item, another column that indicates the number of weeks since the last time that that item was on sale, and a final column that indicates the number of weeks between the current week and the week of the next recorded sale date within the data. Those last two columns are, of course, intrinsically related to each other, and we can observe a kind of linear relationship in this graph. Here we can see a histogram visualizing the lengths of intervals between sales of ground beef with a mean of 4.33 weeks. And here we can see the same kind of visualization but with chicken breast. And we can see that they look somewhat similar, which is interesting. I was looking for common distributions like uniform, exponential, or Poisson. It did look kind of Poisson-like for a second, but I don't think this is the case. Also, it's a bit hard to tell since the volume of my data is a bit low. And then for modeling, I'm just using a super simple linear regression model where the independent variable is weeks since the last sale, and the dependent variable is weeks until next sale. I haven't done a lot of testing with it, but at the moment it seems to give fairly reasonable predictions. Looking forward, I might want to try to look at a classification-based model because number of weeks until next sale is more of a discrete value, I suppose. I'll also want to look at getting a web interface made and a way to visualize the data nicely. This concludes my mid-project crisis. Have a good day.